7 days have passed, and here I sit once again in the third person. Jonny, that is, along with push-up loving guy Ryan, the rye guy, the fun guy, the cold coffee guy, Harris, for another episode of the WBP. That would be the Whatver Buddy podcast to you. We have a fun one for you today. Two dudes sitting around, shooting the shit about stuff that's gone down. Jonny's late again. Ryan trying to understand the rich, bitching about the rich. And the guys, they stumble upon the South by Southwest 2012 edition. Should be a good show. So sit back, grab a cold one, some barbecue brisket, and enjoy the chat. So with no further ado, Ryan and Jonny. Hello, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Whatver Buddy podcast. I'm coming in hot. Coming in real hot today. I am coming in hot. Harrison, you're the reason I'm coming. You're the reason I'm coming in hot. So, you know, it's funny that you should say that. It's a nice matching shirt with your other shirt.
Yeah,
but
dude. Check it out. Remember that shirt?
Remember that shirt? Amsterdam. I do.
Got in Amsterdam.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what you remember about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I what I do remember is that I would have never been able to figure that out if it didn't say Amsterdam on the shirt.
Well, yeah, it says it right there. It says it.
You look great, and I look like shit. And I look like shit because I can't take a shower. And I can't take a shower this morning because I'm running late. And here's my pet peeve of the fucking week. How come I'm the one who gets the dick end of the deal of being on the other side of the country? What's the deal with that? Because you're 3 hours ahead, I got to start 3 hours like super fucking early, bro.
No. You stop right there.
No stopping there.
Dude, I'm going to shut that down immediately. You told me last week, you're like, this is great getting done early. I like this stuff. So now, yesterday, whenever we're planning on recording today, I'm like, you want to do earlier? It would be nice to get done earlier. And then
until it didn't work in my advantage. I wake up. I'm very
executive
tired
decision. We go back to normal time then.
Okay. I'm very tired. I'm taking a shit. The shit takes me an hour. Okay. While I'm there, I'm posting on the Instagram or whatever.
Not my problem.
Stuff.
And also, thank you.
Well, no. It's not your problem for the shitting part, but it is your problem that you're 3 hours fucking ahead of me.
Weird 2 years, man. Whatever.
Man,
blame it on
crazy.
Freaking COVID. Whatever.
Dude, people are so different, man. I tell you, and I'm myself different. Included. Myself, yeah, totally.
Me too.
I get mad at the fact that people have forgotten how to drive. They forgot
you get mad at me, and I'm your good buddy.
I know. Whatever, buddy. So I didn't shower this morning, so I feel like I have yesterday's muck on me, right?
Okay, so back to that. We've established in the past that you're not much of a shower guy. So why is this bothering you?
I don't know. Well, because my balls feel clammy, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie here. Like they're sticking to my leg.
Why couldn't you get it? So why couldn't you get a shower?
Because I was late. I was already late and I didn't take a shower.
Dude, just text me. Dude, I want to get a shower. I'm running behind. Whatever.
I'm scared to make you upset, Harris. I'm scared to make you upset.
I'm sure it's happened. When was the last time you went, dude, I need a little bit extra time? And I was like, bah.
Last week.
Not true at all.
No, you didn't say
shut up.
But the question was, when did I ask for more time? It was last week.
Go listen to last week's podcast, and I, on record, made the comment. I'm not mad about it. On record. Blew up your argument.
No, I was just saying when was the last time that I said I was going to be late? That's what I was referring to. Last week.
Well, that wasn't my question. My question was, when was the last time you were late, and I was angry about it?
Any writing session.
Well, if we do them at night,
That's
going back to
disadvantage.
Okay,
Go back
there, we're even.
The disadvantage.
We're even. We're even, because when we write at night, it's like midnight, 1 a.m. for me, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go eat dinner.
Well, I'm 3 hours behind, bro. Right now it's breakfast. You're on lunch.
Well, since we're ranty today, can I ask you a question? Coffee, why is it two temperatures? It's either too hot, burn my face, or cold.
I don't know. I have a problem of not drinking it fast enough. That's because it's too hot when it starts.
It's too hot, so you let it sit for a minute, and then it's cold.
Right, and next thing you know, 3 hours from now, I'll be playing drums, drinking the same fucking cold coffee.
We're two grumps today, man. We're two grumps today.
Grump's all right. They call me the Grump Master.
Grump Master J.
While I'm on it, I just want to, for anybody who hasn't gone back and checked out some of the other older episodes, There's some really good ones out there. We had Pontus Enberg a couple of weeks back. We had Patrick Stone from Butterside a few weeks back. We had Lips from Anvil a few weeks before that. You go back, you got Levon Webb. You go all the way back to the beginning, you got Ian Gulcher.
The Gulch.
The Gulch, and then Steven Jackson, number 2. We had Lucy
Keep it
Rendler.
Going. I like this.
Lucy Kaplan. What is it? Lucy Rendler Kaplan? Is that what it is?
Yes.
And then we had Zachary Kibbe, Matthew Grayson. We've had, let me see how many of these I can remember without looking at the page.
I can help you.
Please. Dan from fucking
Nader
Sweden.
DePriest from the band London.
We had Nader DePriest. He was like, what episode was that? That was like episode
13-ish. 13-ish, yeah.
Martin Nielsen, episode 12.
Martin. What up, Smartin?
Smartin, number 12.
Yeah.
Candace and Nathan was somewhere around 20-something.
Sonny Remlinger.
Sonny Remlinger.
I saw Sonny Friday. He was in Pittsburgh. Yeah, he was in Pittsburgh. Shout out Sundog. What up?
Sundog. I was just texting with Sonny on my way over here, actually, because I saw a post today.
One of my favorites.
One of my favorites. It was the day after. I guess he's out on tour, so he wasn't home for his anniversary.
With Bones
yesterday.
Owens. Look it up. His show is awesome.
So when I saw that it was his anniversary, there's a couple of weird things. Sonny and my girlfriend have the same birthday, right? Mm-hmm. And I looked at his thing and I was like, does Sonny and his girlfriend have the same anniversary as my mom and dad?
That's random.
Like today, today, here's a couple of fun facts for today. Today is 2 years without me having a cigarette. There's that.
Congrats, buddy.
Yeah.
You vape like a fiend, but I guess it's better than a cigarette.
This isn't much better.
You know what?
Sure.
I'm sorry. Good job. Congratulations.
But it's true. Yeah. It's probably true. You know what I mean? Because I do feel guilty saying that. But the other thing is today would have been my parents' 59th wedding anniversary had my dad still been alive. How about them apples? Yeah, how about them apples? Pretty crazy. Yeah. Pretty crazy stuff. It is. Pretty crazy stuff. But
it's another anniversary. 10 years ago, we'll talk about this later on, but since you said anniversary, and that 10 years ago this week, it wasn't actually today, but this week, like the week of March 23rd or whatever, was the first time I was ever in Austin, Texas, and we were there for South by Southwest.
That's crazy. That was 10 years ago. That was a crazy trip, dude, because we popped into South by right in the middle of a tour. Like it was like 2 weeks on each end of South by with like a fucking week in the middle of 6 shows in 5 days at South by. Just craziness. Lucy, who we've had on the podcast, she was our publicist at the time, and she took really good care of us. Really, really good care of us. She got me so fucking drunk. Like, dude, we left. I remember we left, and we were on tour with the band Acidic again. And we went to Zane's house in Dallas after that. And I remember his mother completely took care of me because I had drank myself into a sickness.
We drove. I don't remember which part of the trip. We went from Boise, Idaho to Denver, and we had to go through the Rockies. And I was driving.
Long drive. That's a 13-hour drive.
It's long. But I was driving as we went up the Rockies, and it's a clear, blue sky, beautiful day. Get a little bit higher up, see some snowflakes, a little higher up. It's snowing now. Get to the top, and it is snow, mountain, rocky snow. And then we start to descend.
It's so scary to drive in snow with the van and trailer, dude.
It was the most scared I've ever been driving as we're going down. So you pick up speed. Naturally, you're going down a mountain. But you hit the brakes, and your wheels lock up, and you slide. And I have a van with a trailer full of gear. And there's a truck in front of me, and he has like a lawnmower trailer on the back of his truck, and it's like doing this, like swerving all over the place. And I'm like, oh shit! So I'm just like pumping the brakes, just constant pumping the brakes, so they're not locking up or anything, but I'm like kind of maintaining a speed. And it was for probably like 20, 30 minutes as we go down, just like
we're in Colorado at this point, is what you're saying?
Somewhere between Boise and Denver. In the Rockies.
Oh, God, that could have been like fucking Utah.
It could have been anywhere, yeah. I mean, but the point was that I was scared. That's the point.
Dude, like there's not, man. You know what makes that even worse is like you're sitting there, you're driving the van, and you're like, I'm responsible for these people's lives.
For other people's lives, yeah.
If we crash,
my guitars would get broken. Oh, well, and people, yeah. Anyone ever says that we got it easy, we just,
Seriously. Okay, now you've just opened up a whole nother can of worms. So easy. Let me talk about easy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Easy. All right. Hey, mom and dad, I want to be a musician. You sure you want to do that, son? Yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Now you're going to fucking starve for most of your fucking life. You're going to get rejection at every fucking turn. You're going to feel like shit about yourself. And if you're just lucky for 1 minute, you're going to get 30, 60 minutes of pure happiness to make it all okay.
Per day, though. Not like per life.
No.
The worst for me, and if you ask me this question, I'll answer it politely. But in the back of my head, I'm going, is whenever people go, oh, what else you do? Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah.
I give them the Morgan Freeman best line ever from Shawshank. But in an angry tone. How do you do that in an angry tone?
It would be like, take mom and dad, for example, or they're teachers, okay? And first of all, they're very supportive of me, and they would never say this kind of a thing. But take their occupation, for example. And I was like, oh, you're a teacher. Well, what else do you do? It's essentially me saying, oh, well, you're not good enough at that to make a living. So there's that cough that we all love.
Hey,
derailing the conversation. Anyway.
Smoke some weed. It's early.
Hey, Jonny, congratulations on that 2 years of being smoke-free.
This is a vape.
Douchebag.
I've moved everything to vaping. I had a girlfriend say that to me once. And, that fucking threw me to another level. I don't know how long our relationship lasted after that one. Hobby. Dedicating my whole fucking life, my whole fucking life to something. Hobby. Since I've been in the fucking second grade. Hobby.
Say that to her about her OnlyFans site.
Yeah. God, my balls are sweating.
That's what I'm going to say. From now on, whenever somebody else is like, what else do you do? I'm be like, well, I'm an OnlyFans model.
It's amazing. But you are, though. You're not lying.
I should be. I should be, man.
You totally should be. I don't understand why.
Look at this shirt.
It's amazing, and it's got triple X on it.
Yeah.
I don't understand why anybody doesn't do that. I've seen some of the ugliest chick advertisements for that. Like going through Instagram or whatever, and like, check out my OnlyFans page. I'm like, why are you advertising OnlyFans here on Instagram? Okay, that's fine, but you're a real ugly person, but she probably has fucking people who look at it. Yeah, it's mean. Sure. She's ugly. Is everybody good looking? Where's the fucking fine line? Why is everything got to be politically correct? Like, you can't call somebody ugly now? Everybody gets a trophy? What happened to you? Don't suck. That. You suck. You're not good enough to make it onto the baseball team. You don't get a trophy?
Guy, chill out. It has to do with somebody that is just confident in herself, and she's putting it out there, and I think that's great.
You missed my point, though. My point was, even if the ugly girl can fucking get people to watch, anybody can, which leads me to, you would do great because you're not an ugly guy.
That was the most insulting compliment I've ever gotten in my life.
How is that an insulting
Thanks, asshole. Thank you very much,
insulting?
Dickhead.
What's insulting? What's insulting there?
He basically said if ugly people can do it, you'd do great.
Well, yeah, because you're not ugly.
Oh, well, I took it the other way.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it would be fun. Like, who do you think would do better? Who would make the most money in an OnlyFans page? No. We're gonna have fun with this. I've just found a new game that I want to play today.
New game.
Who would have the more successful OnlyFans page? We'll start with. These are all members of Warner Drive that I'm starting with, not including Candace, because Candace would 150% win over all of us.
Well, yeah.
Okay? Obviously, who in Warner Drive? We got 3 people here that I'm going to deal with. You,
okay, yeah.
Elvis, and J Law. Okay, out of these 3 people, we're going to start first. Elvis versus J Law. Who gets more money on OnlyFans?
Jonny.
Why?
I think he would promote it better.
Good answer. Now you need to ask me Elvis or Ryan, because I can't ask you that. That's
okay, Jonny. To indulge you in your own game, which I don't hate. Who would make more, myself or our former bass player buddy Elvis?
On OnlyFans page.
Yes, on OnlyFans.
Elvis would.
Oh, Okay. Why?
Ask me why. Because he'd promote it better. He'd promote it better.
You stole my answer, dude.
But it's a true answer though, because that's why he would.
Yeah. I'm not very good at the internets. I'll shoot the question right back at you. And I'll say, of anybody in that band, who do you think would have the best looking photos? And I'm not talking appearance. I'm talking just like professionality.
I will say in an unbiased
page
way,
would be like, that's legit.
Yours, for sure.
Yeah, right? Thank you.
I'd also say that like out of everybody, you'd get, if you eliminated promotion tactics, I would say you would get the most. Because you're just in the best shape out of everybody. So I think girls it'd be like guys going through and be like, oh, she got a nice ass, I'll look at that. Or she got nice tits, I'll look at that. In your case, it'd be like, oh, look, he's all fucking, and he fucking kicks people in the face. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Now
3 X's on his shirt.
Okay, so this is a lot of fun.
Let's check out his butt pics. Dude, we're silly today.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when like you can't take a shower and your balls are all clammy.
I had cold coffee. That's my excuse.
Why is your coffee cold anyway?
Because it was too hot to drink, so I let it sit.
Why'd you let it sit to cold?
Because I forgot.
Why didn't you drink it at lukewarm?
Yeah, I forgot.
I think you were too busy trying to match those two shirts. That probably took an hour.
Dude,
by the time you got it.
It's just natural. It's just natural for me. It does look good. It matches nice.
Okay, back to my OnlyFans thing. This is a lot of fun. So let's talk about guests. Let's talk about guests we've had on. Okay, so this is this is what we're going to call this: OnlyFans cage matching. Okay, that's what we got here. The OnlyFans cage match.
Whatever, buddy. OnlyFans cage match. You said?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like Friday Night Fights when they used to put the two songs on. They still do that on radio stations.
I'm following. I follow.
Whatever, buddy. Wednesday OnlyFans cage match.
Yeah,
that's it. Okay.
I'm going to make a logo for it.
Coming in the right-hand corner from the band Hillbilly Harold, Jimmy Harold, versus...
In the blue corner.
In the blue corner. You pick somebody. Actually, I'll think. Let me pick somebody so you can pick the winner. Star of episode 1, Ian the Gulcher. Who gets more money on OnlyFans?
I like this game because if anybody doesn't know who we're talking about, all they got to do is go back and check out the
episode.
So episode 1, Ian versus episode, what was Jimmy?
20 something. 20. Jimmy was episode 20. Exactly 20.
20.
So episode 1, Ian Gulcher versus episode 20, Jimmy Harold. They both have OnlyFans pages. Who makes more money?
Jimmy. And I'll tell you why. Sorry, Ian, sorry. You're a lovely man.
Hey, Gulch.
But
Gulch.
Jimmy.
You hear this, Gulch?
Jimmy's a performer.
Yeah. Oh, well, hey, you got a point. Ian
Although,
would be the guy taking a picture of Ian performing.
I'll contradict myself.
Ian would be taking the picture of the performer.
Ian would have better photos. He would.
He would.
Jimmy would probably have the more attented page. What's the word?
Who would have the skill to be able to make their package look bigger?
Their package, like their OnlyFans site?
Yeah, their OnlyFans package. The package that people are paying.
Their package, like their product that they're putting out there.
No, like
their dick. Their dick.
Yeah,
their dick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Who has the better capabilities of making it look bigger? I think the answer's obvious. Ian, because he knows how to edit pictures.
Yeah. I couldn't really argue with that.
Okay. Alrighty, you're up. Give me one. Give me a whatever, buddy. Wednesday fucking cage match, brah.
All right, I'm gonna switch genders on you, and I'm gonna say Ashley Montgomery versus Lucy Render Kaplan.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Both blonde. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh. Wow. Both
tie. Tie.
Both. It is a tie. That's a tie because they both have they got similar outgoing, fun personalities.
Ask me which one I'm subscribing to.
Who are you subscribing to?
Both.
Okay, who would you watch more?
Both. I'm Switzerland, baby. I'm watching both.
I'm Switzerland. You love that. You've been pulling that.
I'm Switzerland, baby.
That's funny.
It's my thing. That's my thing, and I'll drive it into the ground until it's not funny anymore.
Okay. All right. We'll do one.
One more. And since you have them up, you pick one more.
Okay. Episode 19, Sonny Remliger, also a member of the Wanna Drive clan, bass player, versus episode 22, bass player, Last Hounds, Ben Taylor. Who wins that one? Bass player versus bass player, OnlyFans page.
Two guys with a beard. You know what? Sonny. Sonny is a tall drink of water, every inch of 6'4". That's who I'm going with. I'm going with Sonny.
Okay, all right, Ben. I'll give you permission to beat the shit out of Ryan Ben. When you see him next.
Ben, I really like your band though. That's me coming back to bringing it back in.
Got
a good band.
The Last Sounds. If you haven't heard them, go check them out.
Yeah, they're cool.
We've been doing a lot of plugging. Sonny's out with Bones Owens.
A lot of plugs.
You go check them out. Got to check out Hillbilly Harold, right? You got to check out the Gulch's pictures. He's the touring photographer for the hardcore superstars. And who else am I forgetting? Candace, you got to check her out. She plays a lot of guitars. She got some cool videos out there. Yeah.
This is Whatever Buddy Infomercial Wednesday.
Infomercial Wednesday. I love it. That's the name of this episode. Infomercial fucking Wednesday.
Circling back around to our 10-year, I was saying earlier, 10 years ago this week, we were doing South by for the first time. It was the first time.
Well, it wasn't our first time.
It was my first time in Austin, Texas. It was my first time doing South by. And it was cool. Let's chat about it, buddy.
Is it weird that when I think about, I think about South by, the first time I did South by was 2010. First time I played Austin was 2005. However, I, for some reason, start thinking about Houston. And I start thinking about the first time I played Houston at the Engine Room. I walked to a Chick-fil-A in a mall. And I don't know why. Years later, we're talking, this is 16 years later, and I remember that for some reason.
No, I remember stuff like that too. Just like, here's my best guess why. When you're on tour and you're in a city, basically your experience of that city is like a radius of the venue you're playing at, like a walkable, usually radius of the venue that you're at. And then
usually too lazy to go more than like 20 feet outside the door of the venue.
Right. So there's a bunch of places that I can think of when I think of playing that it's like, oh, I ate there. I remember going to Detroit, played St. Andrews Hall in Detroit, and we did our sound check, and it was like 4 p.m. and I walked the subway, and I felt in danger. 4 p.m. with the sun up.
St. Andrews Hall, I just want to say the first time and only time I've ever played there, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It was August of 2005. And like, this is back in the days, like, Chad gave me the best opportunity ever, getting me out in front of, like, I got to bypass all the fucking shitty tours and get to, like, playing in front of a lot of people. And I had this thing where I was like, rock star, I'm going to throw my sticks out, like at the end of the show, right? So we get done the show. I throw my stick out. I get done the show. Security guard standing on the side of the stage and goes, you got to come with me. And he takes me to the office, the security office, and he walks in. There's a girl sitting there just fucking bleeding. Just bleeding. Did I tell this story already?
No, but Jason did the same thing in Cherry Mountain.
I was so freaked out because, like, somebody had just talking to us recently on that tour about, like, do you guys have insurance? Like, you guys need insurance. Like, we didn't have insurance or anything. And I'm like, oh my God, I just, like, fucking hit this chick in the face with the drumsticks. There's blood everywhere. And I ended up fixing the problem by solely just, I gave her one of everything out of the merch booth.
Yeah.
CDs, shirts.
No, I mean, it sucks that it happens. Not anybody's
She was
fault.
so stoked, though. When I gave her that, she's like, thank you.
Where'd it hit her?
Wiping her right in the fucking face, dude.
Surprised it doesn't happen more often because drummers throw sticks all the time. They land somewhere,
Yeah. Speaking of things I remember about food on tour, it includes you and Candace. Yeah. I want to say it was in Columbia, Missouri. Missouri?
Thai food.
It was the Thai food, and they had this thing so about how hot.
1 through 10.
Right. 1 through 10, and Candace was all like, "Oh yeah,
10.
Give me 10." I'll never forget. She was 2 bites in. She's like, "I'm from California." She was 2 bites in, sweating unlike I've ever seen anybody sweat from fucking.
I think she
that was
finished
some
it,
great food.
I think she chewed through it. That was it was so good, dude. See, look,
food.
This is a better conversation. We'll get back to South by in a minute, but I like talking about food. Yeah.
I remember this one gig, the Corporation in Sheffield. I'll never forget this. Bullets and Octane.
That's
in
UK?
Yeah. One of two places in Europe where I've found a Taco Bell. There's a Taco Bell in Sheffield. I completely freaked out, but they sell like things like French fries and stuff. It's very odd. It's not. It's the same, but it's not the same. It's weird. So we were playing Sheffield, the Corporation, and that night our rider, they only gave us a bottle of whiskey. So I had to go.
What
and
kind?
It was like Jameson or Jack or something, but I had to go and get my own vodka. And like I had my vodka and I had my drinks next to me on stage, and a certain guy in the band came over because he thought it was fun to play drums and kicked him over. Knocked over all my alcohol. And I had no more alcohol because he kicked it all over.
On purpose or accident?
It was an accident, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. So I was pissed, and they were going on and on and on, and I'm just standing there watching somebody else play drums, and this whole thing going as my drinks are just soaping into the stage. So I just go over to the bottle of Jack they have sitting on the side of the stage there that they don't want me to drink, and I look at all of them. They all look at me, and I just fucking take the bottle. I'm like, and they were like, no.
They're like, no. This movie's in slow motion.
Like slow motion.
Two-part question for you. You like two-part questions? I'm going to give you a two-part question. Two-part question. First part is, you make fun of me. This is more of a comment than a question. You make fun of me for being OCD, but you have your own little quirks and practices too, because the two drinks that I put here and you this and that, and it has to be set up. Second part is, why didn't you just go get another drink, dude?
I was in the middle of a fucking show.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like I thought you were goofing around. Why would he come play your drums during the show?
Because that's what he did. The guy being the lead singer wasn't enough. He had to also be the drummer.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah. It's all, but it was cool. It was good showmanship. Like
it's cool
I didn't
whenever people switch it up.
Because
we've done that. Switch it up.
Yeah. No, it's
show
cool.
your talents.
Switching it up's one thing. That's one thing. There was not switching it up here though. This was you go stand on the side and watch us play. In
that case, your reaction was a pretty baller reaction because you're like, well.
And I bought that booze. It wasn't like free booze.
You could have been a bitch and gone and taken the time to go get another drink and be like, well, if you're going to play my drums, and I'm going to go take my time. And then that would have been kind of like, whatever.
No,
but instead,
drink their whiskey.
Like,
hit them where it hurts. Hit them where it hurts. Drink their whiskey. Oh, yeah?
Yeah?
You don't want me to drink the whiskey. Not only that, I'm drinking your booze. Whoops.
Back to St. Andrew's Hall.
Yeah.
I had a beer thrown at me.
That happened to me at the rave.
Whilst on stage, I had a beer thrown at me. And I caught, so two things happened. I had a beer thrown. We got booed. We were on tour with Bloodhound Gang. It was a tough gig. It was a tough gig. Yeah. But they were awesome. The guys were awesome, but the crowds were very volatile. It was great though. It was like, we'd get booed, but we'd also like, it was 50-50. And like, so this one particular show, like someone threw a beer at me and I was like, whatever. And then another person threw a water bottle at me, and I caught the water bottle and threw it back at him. I felt pretty cool doing that. Before the first show we did with them, Jimmy, the singer, Bloodhound Gang singer, Jimmy Pop, he came up. He's like, "Gosh, thanks," because like they were out with the band. The band like left the tour because they're getting booed. You know
what band?
He's like, "Guys,
do you know?"
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Great if we could figure that out.
Honestly,
we probably
don't know.
could figure it out. Yeah.
But he's like, "Guys, thanks." He's like, "We can't keep a band out with us." He's like, they're probably gonna boo you. He's like, they boo us half the time. They're retarded. They're stupid. I don't think you can say retarded.
Have you ever seen? They had a documentary that came out. Probably, it was before the Mammal song, but after the Fierce Coaster or whatever. They had a documentary early on in their career that came out.
Your question.
Have you ever seen it?
I can't say that I have.
It's very, very interesting. It is the most gay innuendo documentary I've ever seen. I've never seen a band try to touch other band members' penises as much as this band did. Now, they were playing. You know what I mean? But where's that line come from playing to like, yo, you touch my dick a lot?
we were playing the Norva in Norfolk.
Oh, Norfolk. They have that fucking the jacuzzi in the dressing room and shit.
Yeah, the venue's awesome. The venue's incredible. Awesome. But in the middle of their show, they started beer bonging Jägermeister, their bass player. I forget his who, the big guy, big bass player guy.
Oh, dude, that just the thought of it's fucking make me want to vomit.
And literally, the venue turned the power off. They were like, nope, because I believe it was an all ages show. Perhaps that was it, and they're like couldn't have alcohol. But I don't know. I don't remember the reasoning of it.
There are shows like that.
Yeah.
Like you can't. Like Arizona was always a bitch to get the alcohol to the stage because they have like the front half of the venue is always like underage, and then like they have like a fence, and people stand on the. You know what I mean?
They split the. I remember playing 910 live, and where I was, it was an outdoor venue, and there was a fence in the middle.
A chain link fence right down the middle of the fucking thing.
And so like 21 and under was on one side, and drinking age was on the other side. But it was so weird to play with a fence right in front of me.
So you wanted to talk about South by, your first time to South by, 2012. Crazy trip. A lot of fun. It's neat. Some cool stuff. Do you remember?
Want to look at some pictures?
Let's look at some pictures. But we played on the rooftop. One of the shows we did was on the rooftop of the Whole Foods.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Right. Imagine Dragons opened for us. Their album.
We did 2 shows. The second we did that rooftop twice, and the second time we was with
Semi-Precious Weapons.
Semi-Precious Weapons. Yeah.
Right. But Imagine Dragons, their debut album hadn't come out yet. This was March of 2012. Their album came out in like May. They became
that was
like seriously
minutes before they blew up.
It was seriously 3 months after we played with them at South by Southwest. They were the biggest band on the planet.
Yeah.
Literally. It was like, cool. What the fuck? That's the band that opened. They had 4 people watching them. It was
I'll tell you what, they were so good. They were a very, very good band. And like whenever they blew up, it's like, I'm not surprised at all.
We played with them twice.
Yeah, we did Sunset Strip Music Festival with them at the Roxy. They went on before us there too. All right, hey, let's look at some pictures about South by and see if anything is interesting to talk about. I don't know. They're probably pictures of food. This is Tiger Bar, dude. Look, I'm a cyborg.
Yeah, you do.
Boise,
Where's
Idaho.
That?
Boise.
Knitting Factory.
Where's that? There's me at South by Southwest. We're doing that. We did an interview on the rooftop thing.
Was that the roof? That wasn't the rooftop. We were higher up. That's a parking lot.
I look super like insecure. What's going on with my everything?
What is that in the middle of?
There's a food picture. There's a food picture.
Is that cookie dough and Ritz crackers?
Those are cookie dough and Ritz crackers.
Did you make that?
Yeah.
Where'd you get the cookie dough from?
I don't remember. I must have just bought
I don't remember cookie dough on tour ever. It's weird.
Yeah,
there it is.
That's a weird
and
one.
why didn't you make me one? Because that looks amazing.
Jonny, why would I offer you food of any sort unless it was pasta with meat sauce or plain burger, no anything else on it?
Because I love sweets. That's the one thing that it's the safest bet with anybody is sweets.
Well, next time I make cookie dough and cracker, I'll offer you one, buddy, okay? My bad.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I expect a Christmas gift this year. Kiss, speaking of Kiss.
Hey, who says I'm not a Kiss fan?
That looks like, wait, that is a fast food restaurant bathroom.
Probably.
Yeah. What is it, Steak and Shake? Looks like Steak and Shake.
Sure.
Look at the wall. Look at the red plaque tiles in the background.
It does all have to do with food. Touring is nothing but food.
I love it.
Based.
It looks like you just ate too. Look,
Probably.
you're chewing still.
You saying I look fat?
No, you're chewing. You're like, where are we?
That sums
we're at
up.
Zane's house.
We're at Zane's house.
That
sums up touring right there.
Right.
that complete. Go to the YouTubes. That sums up touring right there.
That needs to be the picture for the episode.
Look at that. Look at that. That is special. Why am I standing like that?
All right, so so like just so anybody can't see it, you got me in all black with the only thing that's not black are my shoelaces, which are neon green, and I'm pointing at the camera. Ryan in a Adidas black sweatpants with stripes.
I'm wearing the tracksuit there.
He's wearing the tracksuit. He's got the look from the guy from Deuce Bigalow on his face. With his ass,
I can't reach you.
His ass sticking out. You're standing like him too, though. That's the thing. Like,
hey, why do you look like you're straight out of System of a Down?
And why does it look like my eyes? Do I have eyes? Are my eyes closed, or are my eyes just? Okay, so I just got done saying how sick I was.
You have in evil colored contacts.
This is when we just got to the house. I'm super sick there. That was Zane's house after South by.
Like sick for real?
Like I was sick. I broke my body down. I ended up going right to bed after this for like a day. Where's that?
There's 910 Live, and there's that fence. You see that fence?
Yeah, that is Arizona. Yeah, 910 Live.
Yeah.
Boise.
Oh, there's a knitting factory. Here's another thing I do. I take more pictures of my amps than I do myself.
Knitting factory.
Yeah.
I think. Is it?
I don't know if this is any interesting at all to listen to, but it's fun to look at. Go to the YouTubes.
We did
okay, so here we're getting into South by Southwest photos. We went out to
That was the Japanese restaurant, yeah.
There's the crew. South by Southwest.
Semi-precious weapons.
Yeah. So that's the rooftop we were talking about.
I think you were just tired. I think that was the problem. Like Lucy really had us working at that. I remember we were late for the first show in Austin. Like we showed up and it was like right out of the van into the show. I remember some dude just gave me weed though. It was amazing. I remember I was waiting for you guys to figure out where we're going to load in, and some guy was like, "Oh man, you're smoking pot." He's like, "Yeah, do you need some?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Here you go, bro," and he just like gave me an eighth of weed for free. I was like, "Dude,
yeah,
fucking score." Yeah.
Here's the thing about South by Southwest is that it's very cool. It's fun. There's a lot of great things going on. However,
it's the Mardi Gras of rock and roll.
However, when you break it down to like functionality and load in, load out, every sound guy is
an asshole.
Well, to their credit, there's a lot going on, and they have to keep it on some semblance of a schedule. So if you're late in any way, they don't care. If you're late, hurry up, and if you're early, you gotta wait. And it's just like whenever, hurry up and wait is what it is. And
hurry up and wait, and then rush to use their back line that everybody else is using. It's a pain in the ass because you got to adjust it and shit. It's
and like, we did how many shows?
We did 6 shows in 5 days.
Yeah.
Not to mention we did probably 10 interviews.
Too much
on top of it.
It's a lot of running around. So
it was a lot of running around because it wasn't all in one spot. I remember we did one interview. You just showed a picture of a fucking recording studio. That interview was outside of town. I remember like we went out to a house where they had this big production thing happening at this house with this huge studio. And then we played a gig out somewhere too. I remember, but it was a cool gig. I remember.
It was outdoor.
It was outdoors, yeah. It was cool, but it was just like out there. It wasn't like in the center of town. So there was a lot of traveling. It was a tiring. And then we all stayed in one hotel room.
Did we play a video of our old band, or do you not care?
Yeah, play something where people can hear the audio if they're only listening though.
Yeah. What's going on here?
I believe we're getting ready to go on stage in the knitting factory in Boise, Idaho. I think so. I got drumsticks in my hand and a drink. It seems like I'm about to go to the stage.
But essentially, I was trying to do the Spinal Tap thing.
See you in a minute.
Yeah, we went on different sides of the stage. I remember that. That was always fun.
All right, dude. Boise, Idaho.
I wish I
came here for the first time. I don't know, probably like August or September of 2009.
You are a date
drunk.
man.
Headlining the Knitting Factory for the first time.
Knitting Factory. Listen, dude.
It's pretty cool stuff. I love the behind the scenes footage. That's my favorite.
I prefer it. It's more fun to me.
Yeah, well, it's neat to see this because like I remember what it was like to walk up those stairs. Yeah.
Showtime.
Showtime.
And then that actual show.
You have footage of that show?
I guess, yeah, I have some. Check it out.
That was a staple on tour, Radar Love, huh?
Yeah, we played this cover a lot. I don't know if this whole...
Let it go to the chorus, and then we'll find something else.
Fast forward through it a little bit.
Let's hear the chorus.
I just wanted to hear my guitar for a second. Shredding.
Rose got me hypnotized, and I'm spinning into a new sunrise. When I get hungry and I'm sure I've had enough, she said the cable coming in from above. Don't you let it know, we got a friend that's blowing on up. We got a light in the sky, radar.
That's a good tune. That's a fun. That was a fun song to jam.
When I listen to like videos of, I'm going to talk about me for a minute. When I listen to videos of me playing the guitar, it's like, say what you want about whether I'm any good or not, but it's big sounding.
You make it sound like people go around saying you're not good or something. I don't understand.
No. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I do this well. It's like,
why not?
If I make one observation, it's that like these hands make a lot of noise.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's why we get along, dude.
Yeah, no, totally. I had fucking stupid ass short hair in that video. I was like in that weird fucking stage.
Dude, you cut your hair one time in the entirety of me knowing you, and like it changed your personality. Why did you do that if it like had such a...
We were touring so much back then.
Yeah.
And by touring so much, I never meant to grow dreadlocks. My hair just ended up in dreadlocks, which I didn't mind.
Wash it. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't mind. But what had happened was a tour ended May 31st, and the next tour did not start to July 3rd. And no lie, on July 2nd, I cut my hair off. For no other reason that I was sitting on the couch for too many days, and I just didn't know what to do with myself. I was bored.
And cut your hair was what you thought to do? Like
I was losing my mind. I like felt like I literally was having a moment of like, I'm fucking freaking out. When are we leaving? And I was like, what am I going to do? And I just kind of, I just didn't think, and I fucking snapped. Dude, I woke up the next morning so mad.
Because you've been in your house for 2 years and you haven't cut your hair now with this current climate.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you remember this. This must have been like 2014, 2015. We're summer European tour. And I was on the never-ending search to find a pair of 70s tennis shorts, the smallest ones I could find to wear on stage every day. And I could never find them. Never found them. I wanted to fucking find a pair of neon pink ones with a green stripe if I could. It would have been my favorite pair of pants ever. So I never found them. And then I get an email the other day from Vans. Boom, there they are. I could have fucking ordered them right now today if I wanted to.
Oh, they're doing the retro.
They're coming back.
Yeah,
I was looking. I wanted to go on stage with my fucking headband
with
and
the
little
headband,
fucking
the shorts,
little pink tennis shorts,
those tall striped socks.
The 70 ones. The 70 ones where like it's the
Yeah.
stripes here and there's like the little like kind of V. Like
It's
cutout
it's
right
the
there.
exact pants that you have on right now, except they're the short shorts. It's like the three stripes.
Yeah, like let's see if I can recreate it. Let's see.
Oh, this is gonna be great for the listeners only.
Like I want
Oh, look at that leg. Yeah, there you go,
Yeah,
dude.
just like that, but tuck this in. Do a tuck. Hold on. Tuck it.
There you go.
That's that, and I wanted to go on stage like this every day. Every day I wanted to do that, but I could never find them.
That'd have been great. If
Amazing.
we ever tour again, can you please do that?
Absolutely.
Oh, dude, it'd be the best.
Like twist my arm.
Yeah. You think we will?
If I was to answer, if you said, Johnny, is Warner Drive ever going to go on tour again? My honest answer would be like, I hope so, but I don't know. I would like to. You know?
I would like to play again. It'd be great.
You know what that sucks is we were doing pretty good, even though the band had slowed down. We were doing pretty good with doing our yearly European festival run. And then the pandemic fucked it all up. So
Yeah. It is what it is. Well,
I don't know.
Let's wrap this up, buddy.
You know what though?
I do.
You know what? Let me say something. I will say this. I will make the effort that Warner Drive goes out on the road in summer of 23. I'll make that effort to get that tour, the festival shit going. I'm trying to make that happen next year.
I am in. Don't even text me. I'm in. Telling you now. Man.
Harris is in. On that note, everybody, thanks for joining us again here on another episode of the What Everybody podcast. This was what? Number 44. That's crazy. 45's coming up. That means we're only six away from 50, which is fucking insane.
We gotta have an episode 50 party. Let's try to. We gotta have it. Let's do something fun for it. If you're a listener, come on and be a guest or something. Yeah, I don't know. Wear some of those shorts, the short shorts.
Well, you know what? I think for episode 50, I might be in Spain when that happens. So we might be able to pull that off. We'll see.
Oh, there goes my idea.
We'll see what happens. With that being said, today was a fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed living through some of what Ryan and I have lived through the years.
Some of our randomness.
Right. What is it? Like, subscribe, and report, please. And go to the YouTubes. Subscribe at the YouTubes. Give us a thumbs up because that helps with the algorithms. Even though we, you know us, we're still building. And if you subscribe, you'll be able to know when we release another episode. But until next week, don't miss Ryan Harris too much because it's hard not to miss a guy like that. And we will see you. Oh, look at that fucking shirt. We will see you next week, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week.
See ya. Later.